Hi Leo, welcome to your May 2024 tarot reading. If you are a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, if you're interested in a Leo, all are definitely welcome. And so the first card that I want to talk about here is called the Morrigan. And if you are an ACOTAR fan like I am, then you will know why I was so excited to pull this card. So this is actually number 26, and the message on this card is sovereignty. I'm also apologizing right now for the paint all over my hands. I was working on an art project before I started this video, and I was just so excited to start this reading that I just didn't even wash up. So anyway, the Morrigan, sovereignty, number 26. Establish your own realm and domain. You are the queen of your own castle, and this means you set boundaries and guidelines. Protect your own. Protect the earth and her creatures. The duality aspect here is peace versus war, fear versus courage. So I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to be courageous this month. Be courageous. And I also get such a creative energy and a boss kind of energy from this too, and I'll explain that in a minute. But I love this deck. It's from the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle, and so it comes with a plant companion for this card, which is Vervain, and a crystal companion, which is Citrine. So I definitely agree that Citrine is good for Leos. Some other cards that we have are the Emperor and the Queen of Wands that are popping up. So some of you might be business owners, you might be entrepreneurs, you might be interested in starting a business, because the Emperor card gives me boss energy, and then the Queen of Wands gives me that entrepreneur. So recently, I guess, I started viewing the King and the Queen of Wands as entrepreneur cards, which I kind of always have. But the King of Wands I associate more with like the masculine energy of entrepreneurship. And then the Queen of Wands I associate more with the feminine aspect of entrepreneurship. So like maybe the masculine side would be owning a construction company. But then maybe the feminine side would be like the interior decorating side. So that's just an example. But I feel like you're balancing like the masculine and the feminine qualities of either running a business, being a boss, but being assertive. Definitely with the Emperor, being assertive. You could also have Aries in your chart. This is lots of fire energy here, especially because we have the red in the background. So I would also say be aware of if there's an area where you're being inflexible, or if there's an area where maybe you need to be more assertive, have better boundaries even, because maybe there's somebody who's draining you a little bit. Maybe there's somebody that might be coming to your house more often than you'd like to visit, and you're like, no, I need me time. I need personal space. The Queen of Wands and the Emperor, they feel very like self-assured. They feel very like, I am fine on my own and I need alone time so that I can do some planning and organizing, right? The Emperor is a great delegator, I feel. So if you need some time to get your shit together, don't be afraid to set up some boundaries. We also have the Queen of Cups popping up here. And the Queen of Cups is very intuitive and very open to expressing heartfelt emotions. And so I feel like there could be some surges of intense emotions, but I feel like you're going to be able to easily figure out where they're coming from. There's an emotional maturity with the Queen of Cups. So I feel like there's maybe either some inner child healing that's happening, or you're able to maybe do some healing work, especially in the heart chakra. I'm feeling heart and sacral, I feel like, are getting a lot of healing in the month of May. The Nine of Cups, this is wishes come true, manifestations being fulfilled. So whatever it is that you've been wanting, asking for, wishing for, I feel like it is coming to fruition. And I feel like this is especially relevant in the areas of career and maybe even creativity, passion, whatever you're passionate about. It could be relationship as well, because I'm getting a lot of like spicy energy from this too. And then the Star card, absolutely going along with the Nine of Cups. What you have been wishing for, what you've been wishing for on that star or on the shooting star, it's coming in. And it's coming in at the exact right time. I'm hearing divine timing too. Like there's a reason that it had to take so long or had to happen at this exact time rather than sooner or even later. Because for some of you, I feel like this thing that you've been asking for is actually relatively new. Like some people are working on bringing in some type of manifestation for years. And then other people, it's like you said an intention, and then within the next month you've got it. And that's how I feel. I feel like something is coming in for you very quickly. So this feels very good. I want to pull a card from the Enchanted Map deck by Colette Baron Reid. And I actually do want to say that there is a fly in here. So I feel like there is definitely somebody who is bugging you. Unexpected visitors. I do. I feel like there are people coming over to your house, like friends coming over to visit, which normally wouldn't bother you. But for some reason, it's bothering you. And then we have deep freeze, which I feel is going along with like your attention is needed in very specific areas of your life. And there's really no room for you to be getting sidetracked. Like, I feel like there's somebody who's almost trying to, I don't think it's intentional though, but it's like there's somebody who might be pulling your attention away from a specific area where you could really benefit from having more concentration. Okay, so this deep freeze card says, the cold winter beckons you to slow down and put a freeze on things that are not yet ready to bloom. For some of you, I'm hearing this is a relationship too. It's like maybe things were hot and heavy at first, but you've like tapped into your heart chakra. You've tapped into how you really feel about this person. And you're like, oh, maybe it was more like lust, right? Maybe I was just after that quick fix. And it's not really something that's gonna last. So that's just for some of you. It's time for regeneration and hibernation. Forgo ambitious activity. A pregnant pause allows ideas to gestate, projects to shift and change, and relationships to go through a dreamy state of being, not going anywhere, not needing to. This is also a time to put all your arguments on ice. Nothing beneficial will come from any of them. Self-care is the most important activity now, so reflect, read a good book, or get a massage. Rest and dream. So that's part of what I was feeling with like that spiciness that I was picking up on, right? Is that some of you might be getting fired up easily, so it's not a good time to really get into arguments because I feel like your fiery side will kind of take over. So it's kind of just time to shut things down and put your attention on what lights you up, what gets you excited, what you're passionate about, and put the other like dramas on hold. And I love how there's a lion on this card for you, Leo. It's so perfect. And then for the unexpected visitors, number 41, detours, surprises, and paradigm shifts. Expect the unexpected. No matter how detailed your plans are and how clear you believe the road ahead to be, there will be times when the best plans are waylaid by unforeseen circumstances. At first, detours may seem inconvenient, but a surprise turn of events signals that the adventure of life is beginning to get interesting. No one can plan for synchronicity, for fate and destiny to meet, except spirit, who knows what you can't comprehend for now. Life is full of surprises, so stay on your toes and enjoy this exciting new adventure you weren't expecting. There is a plan for your life that may not match up with your agenda. So I do feel like for some of you, there is almost like a surprise element to what's coming in. It feels really good. It feels really beautiful. Like the Nine of Cups and the Star card is really beautiful, like blessings upon blessings coming in. But it could be a surprise, something that you weren't quite expecting, but it's still really beautiful and fun. So I hope this reading resonates. If you're looking for a personal reading, you can book on crystallizewithkate.com.